Hello grade 3 students, this is Miss Namat speaking to you. Today we're going to learn a new comprehension skill. It's a new lesson, author's purpose. So, please focus with me. Author's purpose, easy as pie. As you can see, this pie. So, what's the relation between the pie and the author's purpose? First of all, the author's purpose, the author is the writer, and purpose is the reason. Why do writers write for us, the readers? There are three main reasons why writers, write for us books and stories. I want you to remember the pie. The three main reasons for the author writing for us are three. P stands for persuade. The author is trying to get you to do or try something. So here the author is writing for you, the readers, to make you convince or to make you believe in something or trying something, using, for example, commercials, billboards, advertisements, opinions, reviews. The author could be writing for you, the readers, to inform you. The author is trying to give you information and teach you facts. Maybe the author is trying to teach you something new, something that you don't know, using, for example, documentaries, biographies, recipes, news, articles. And the last main reason for the author writing for us, the readers, E, to entertain. The author is trying to make you enjoy the story by keeping the reader's attention. So, here, writing stories by an author could be just for you guys to enjoy. He could be using, for example, mysteries, fantasies, books or articles or stories, comics, jokes, adventures. So, to understand the three main reasons, I want you to memorize the three key words. Knowing the author's purpose is as easy as pie. I want you to remember the pie. There are three main reasons for the author to write for us, the readers. P, to persuade, to make us believe in something or to try something. I, to inform us about something new or fact. E, for entertainment, to entertain, for joy, using, as I said, comic books, stories. Moving on with our lesson, here are a few examples, also linked to the pie. The author's purpose, as we said, the first main reason why the writer is writing for us, one, to persuade, to convince us, to make us believe in something or trying something. The author tries to convince the reader to do something or to agree with him or her, sharing, for example, an opinion or perspective or point of view, as we can call it. So, here's a small passage. My grandma should win Orange County's Best Pie contest. Her pie is the best in the world. She makes it from scratch with fresh cherries. Everyone who gets a taste of Grandma's cherry pie agree that there is nothing else on earth like it. She has entered this contest for the past 10 years, but has never yet won. My grandma is most deserving of the award this year, and I know she would be most honored to win. So here, the writer is trying to convince us that his grandma participated for many years in the Orange County's Best Pie, but she didn't win, and he's trying to convince us that she should win because she makes the best pie in his opinion. So maybe he's trying to convince us to maybe vote for her, probably. Here's another example about the second main reason why an author could be writing for us, the readers. I, to inform us. The author gives true, factual information about a topic, facts. For example, here's a short passage. The first pies made in the 12th century were quite different than the pies we eat today. Those early pies appeared in England and were made mainly of crust with a meat filling. In fact, the pies often contained fowl, and the bird's legs were left intact to hang over the sides of the dish to be used as handles. Fruit pies are believed to have been created 400 years later in the 16th century. So here's the passage. The short passage is about pies. It's a real passage. The author is trying to inform us about something that most probably we don't know about. We know about pies, but we never knew when was it created and in which century actually. Moving on to the third main reason why the author could be writing for us is to entertain. The author writes something for a reader's enjoyment, for us to enjoy. Here's a funny story, or passage if you want to call it. Juliet and Jeff dropped their backpacks by the door. Like always, the twins were ready for a snack after their long day at school. They spotted the last piece of pumpkin pie at the same time. They made a mad dash for it, crashing into each other and the counter. Jeff snatched the glass dish up first, but didn't have a good grasp on it when Juliet made a swipe for it. Splat! Juliet, look what you did! Jeff cried. So this is a funny story about Juliet and Jeff, brothers and sisters. When they came back from school, they wanted to eat the same piece of pumpkin pie, so they fought for this piece of pie. So actually this is a funny story, as I said, only for enjoyment. So the author wrote for us this small passage for enjoyment. Here's the last example. You're going to do the same homework, so please focus on this. Inform. The author tries to teach you something or give you information. Example. Japanese giant hornets are deadly insects. They have scissor-like jaws and can inject a toxic venom poison through their stingers. They often attack honey-bee colonies. So here we're talking about the hornets. So the author is informing us, giving us more facts about this deadly insect. What you're going to do with this inference map is to put three main details from the text, the most important details, and eventually tell me by the end what was the author's purpose from this text. What was he informing us about? So the first detail, I put the most important first detail was hornets have scissor-like jaws. The second most important detail was the hornets can inject venom through their stingers, and hornets often attack honeybee colonies. If you noticed, all of these three important details were about how deadly and dangerous this insect is. So, the conclusion was, what was the author's purpose? By the end, we could put the author's purpose here is to inform us about the dangerous and deadly insect named hornet. So the author is trying to give us more information about this deadly insect. These are facts, maybe for us to take some precautions if we see one. So you guys, I hope everything is clear and that you enjoyed this session. Please go over several times this video, of course, watch it several times and focus on every slide, every detail. I wish you good luck with your homework and see you very soon. Goodbye.